summon goblin. We can summon Dobby. That's why we have the summon goblin spell. What else do you have? Codus. Summon Waterzog and go to Margan. Go to Margan. We're buying that one. I used to eat something like this when I was little. Bread and milk for dough and rather fat meat and egg and tomatoes and peppers on top. Delicious. I'm not sure about the fat meat. Yeah. I mean, it's the I don't like biting into a bit of fat. It feels weird. I'm completely spoiled. I realize that. But it's true. Alright. Summon Waterzog. Now, that's pretty cool. So we can summon Dobby and a mount for Dobby. I like that. And teleport to Margan, always useful. That's pretty good. Thank you, Codus. Are we going to do the Telvanni mages or strictly the school? We've already joined the Mages Guild. Like at some point, we need to do some of the quests in the game. The school itself doesn't have that many quests. There's finding the rings. There's the thing with the werewolf. And that could be it, to be honest. That really could be it. So now we can summon Dobby and Dobby's dog. And now we can teleport to Margan. Codus, hi. I changed my mind. Take these books. Thank you. Good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Ooh, the Waterzog is a harder spell to master, which makes sense. Waterzogs are super mean. Magic menu, I like to have summon Dobby. If we're feeling quite desperate, we summon Dobby's dog. And while we're not fighting, I like to improve my fatigue. But before that, while we are fighting, we want that. Maybe, you know what, I should get this one improved. What are my chances of casting that? Ball of Frost, 100. Let's make a more powerful version with a high chance of success. Let's do that. So we can inflict some damage. Does the school require you to play a brat, or can an adult join as well? To join the school, you... Oh, veteran enforcer. To join the school, you have to be a kid. It's a requirement. If you're not, I think you can still do some of the quests. How is it I get stuck in things all the time? There we go. But the mod says you need to have playable children and play as one, which makes sense. Like, what sort of grown-up wants to go back to school? Really? I'm in magic school, I suppose. Maybe that could be fun. Hello, mage. No, you don't make spells. I thought it was this guy who's not there.
What can I do for you, friend?
Well, orange. No charm. Anyway, I know charm is super pricey. I'm not sure why. That is the guild guide.
This is unexpected.
Unexpected indeed. Alright, please just let me find somebody who knows how to make a spell. Like you.
Outlander, what do you
Like
want?
you. Like
Well,
you.
The day is yours.
What
shall we
does it
talk about?
ask?
Here we go. I don't know what's happening with those two. And I want frost damage on target. Well, that's not bad. You see, if we have an 84% chance to cast that with half of our fatigue in the middle of a fight, we should be pretty good. And that's, 5 points for 5 seconds. We'll do some damage with that. So we're gonna call it, we're gonna say okay, and we're gonna call it frost target, and that's 5 points for 5 seconds. Good. I started seeing, I have to agree with Danae, I don't like to eat the fat, but I like to have it on when cooking because it makes the meat taste better. Exactly, like the taste, it's nice, but it's the chewing, the chewing it that. Back at Awful, you never left school, as in you're still a student or you're now teaching. Heard some Asian dude who went to school at 60 or something. Guess he got tired of being unable to read or something. I mean, hat off to people who, after working and doing a job, they decide to put themselves to schools through college. Maybe not because they need the diploma, but because they want to achieve something. I respect that. You're teaching now. Hey there, colleague. The oldest a person was when they got their PhD was 93. That's a decent age, 93. I mean, I know a PhD takes a few years, but that's a lot of years. He went in first grade. Oh, he started the beginning of school. Okay, I can imagine how stupid that looks. That being said, I think I wouldn't mind going through the math classes from maybe not basic school, but like secondary school. Like learn the basics of math and science, why not? Because I'm sure I would, I'm sure I would definitely understand a lot more than I did when I was 10. Like, yeah. So there's some virtue going back to the basics, and it's completely different when you're a kid and you have to and they want you to do homework and all you want to do is play. But as an adult, probably should be able to enjoy the process a little more because you choose to go through it. Anyway, we now have I cannot type. Did I ever mention that? Did it ever happen on stream? My spell is Frostadget. It's a thing that it's a joke we have going on at school because our destruction teacher stutters. Yeah. And one day he said Tadget instead of target, so now we make fun of him. That's yep. We're gonna go with that. This is now my favorite spell, Frostadget. 25 points of damage. I'm learning a lot of math by explaining, trying to explain derivative visually to my computer graphics students makes me grasp the concept very well. For instance, I completely get that. To like on a different scale, during the summer I was helping my niece with her, revising her homework, and she had some math and geometry, and at her age I knew I was bad at it and I didn't like it, but I understood everything and I was then able to explain it. So having to explain something really makes you think about it. Like, even if you have to explain something, hello, where's the bears, evil twin, lovely to see you, Fritz, bonsoir, it's in one word, but I appreciate the sentiment of speaking French. Welcome on in. What was I gonna say? Yes, even to explain something about your own language, like you all know your own language, but to be able to explain why something is that way or that way, you're gonna have to think about it. Typically, unless it's something very, very simple. Anyway, we now have spells to hurt people. My quick spells are ready. We are ready to go and kill stuff. I mean, you know, get experience. I am not very good at acrobatics, apparently. Yeah. I can't jump. C'est la honte, je suis vraiment désolée. I forgive you. And kudos for adding the accents. Most people, sometimes me on my keyboard, I don't bother typing the accents. Shame on me.
Go ahead.
Don't. Oh, friends, me. Alright, we'll have the.
Shame.
I wonder if the translation
Shame.
of Game of Thrones in French went
Shame.
honte, bing bing bing, honte,
Shame.
bing bing bing. Maybe it did, I don't know. Just don't shoot me, kids. Unless you wanna get a fireball in your face. I mean a frostball. Okay, I should probably stop running so we're not completely out of breath. I walked right into that one. I did. I really did. On German keyboard, you have to use dead keys to add the accents. What do you mean, dead keys? Like on a French keyboard, it's not that hard. The E with one accent is number 2, the other one is number 7. But because I'm using a QWERTY keyboard, French keyboard is AZERTY, so I just don't have them. Okay, lady looking for her husband. Aren't you know, around here somewhere? Surely. Press one key for the accent followed by the key for the letter you want. We have that also on the French keyboard for the funny hat and the 2-dot accent. Come on, things, come fight me.
Your skills say
That's right, I have. I trapped the soul. And look at my spell go! I don't know how far it's gonna go like that. Hopefully not far enough that it goes all the way around and comes back hitting me in the ass. I hate the standard French keyboard precisely for mixing Y and Z, but there are virtual key configurations which are QWERTY. You know, the worst, French is AZERTY. German is QWERTZ, like in Slovakia. The worst thing with the AZERTY keyboard is that the letter A, it's right at the top, and it's so hard to reach, and I try, but it hurts. And then I was like, okay, how about I just get used to using the French keyboard, and then when I type English, I won't use the French accents, which is fine. But then the W on the French keyboard is the bottom left key, also really tough on the pinky. So yeah. And it could be that I'm making excuses a little bit. Alright, puppy. Leveling up, guys. That's what we're doing. Oof. I mean, it's easy with those. We'll see, you know, how it gets when There you go, Cliff Racer. On QWERTY top left is Q, bottom left is Z. That's how it is, but it's not so bad. Like the Q might be a little more frequent, but in English you don't use them that much. And the A is still a pain to get. Getting the correct parentheses and brackets in programming is a real pain on the German keyboard. I don't know about the brackets and the parentheses, but I know that the quote, the inverted quote, there's a different one. That's one that's more like that and one that's just like that. And they're not actually considered the same. So that can be a problem, I know, in programming, or when you need to adhere to a strict format. Give me my fatigue back. Why did they decide to call it fatigue? It's like, oh, I'm out of fatigue. Fatigue means tiredness, even in English. To be fatigued is to be tired. So if you have 0 fatigued, you're ready to go. It does sound fancy. It sounds French. That's what you want to do when you want to sound fancy. You take a French word, just like magic. Yeah, magica. But at least magica is, you know, not saying the exact opposite, I guess, is what I'm going for. Try again. Arm. Ready for that. I need to soul trap things, not well to train, but also to keep this wand charged. At least the enchantment is so, you know, low. Haha! I absolutely love like the wand mechanics. I absolutely love the fact that I am effectively dual wielding spells. I really, really like that. A bit like in Skyrim. Master Blaster! The music, I mean Morrowind music. Just like that. I did. So I haven't found the wife. I am charting souls, so there's that. It's good. I think I could find a husband first as well. I think. Pretty sure I saw a mod that renamed it to Stamina once. Bit of a waste to make that a mod spot though. Like to take a spot on the among the mods. Are you sure it did that? Because it's probably hard coded. But that could be a nice option. Like if it could be added to the Morrowind code patch, for example, that'd be pretty sweet. You don't have Adava Kedavra yet. Not powerful enough. Not powerful enough. Like this is the most powerful effect I could put on my wand. 4 points of frost damage. So you know, we're just I guess we were just a first year student. We don't know all of that. And we don't know that we'll go dark either. You know, dark side of the force. No, wait, it's wrong. Wrong universe. You could just replace the binary address instead of fatigue, stamina, same number of character, easy to patch. That would... uh-oh. I think that would be a very good suggestion for the next code patch, or even patch for purist. Sure, let's take the road to Nizis. I just need to discover places and improve my skills. By the way, the skills we don't use. Enchant. I like to think that when I use my wand, it improves my enchant as well. Conjuration, we will. Mysticism. What have we been casting with mysticism? Nothing. We don't have a single mysticism spell. That's bad news because it means my skill is gonna is gonna decay and I'm gonna be worse and worse and worse at casting anything with it. We are working... Oh. Okay, fine. So no, we've been using those. Okay. Alteration. I suppose I could practice that. Did I cast... What did I cast? I thought I cast jump. And I find that... Oh, I'm sneaking. I guess we're a bit better. We'll do that for a little while until I level up my alteration. We are still going to Nizis. What's that? Oh, it's a dead Quama forager. No doubt killed by this guy. That's a lovely, lovely mod. Hey Jordan, how are you doing? It's a lovely mod called Cybertooth Ecology. It came out couple of months ago, 2-3 months ago, and what it does, among many other things, it adds dead bodies next to the animals that would kill them. So that's why there was a dead Quama forager next to that Nyx hound, because that Nyx hound killed it, most likely. Jump, magnitude 200, feather fall, duration 50 seconds, the only way to travel. Well, we're not there yet, are we? Hopefully... I mean, hang on. Harry Potter, they don't know how to levitate. We should do the Harry Potter challenge in Oblivion. Where there's no levitation. That's what it is. Jordan, you're doing good. Regretting how much money I spent on Black Friday. Well, oh well. 1,000 doses of skooma is the only way to travel, says Mike the liar. If Mike says so. I have trapped a soul, what, 3 times? Which one are you? You're a cliff racer. Hard to tell. I wouldn't think so. You're all agreeing. Alright, seriously. You need to travel in Morrowind. Do you go with Scroll of Icarian Flight or similar enchantments, or with a skooma? Like, you know, that's gonna be very, very pricey. Wingardium Leviosa is the way to travel. It's gonna take forever. Like, I mean, it's like levitation, I guess. And Merlord, what's that? Early in the morning for you? I hope you got some rest in between. I saw the update for Ashfall. Looking forward to trying that tomorrow. And love hating it, I'm sure. Now, Jordan, you spent like a little over $1,000. Bought a Roomba. Ooh, Magic Hoover. As soon as I have my place, 8. Not bad. As soon as we have our place, I am so getting a Magic Hoover. I don't care. In my case, it is a worthwhile investment. So, soundbar. I'm not sure what is soundbar. Kitchen equipment, I have heard of that. A new keyboard, nice. I do want a new keyboard. I'm back to using my old super noisy keyboard because Adele used to have it, and I think you guys couldn't hear me, just the angry clickety typing. So I'm back to my old noisy keyboard.
It's for the best.
Games on Steam, yada yada, list goes on. The Roomba called Frank, I like that. Like, it's definitely something I will buy one day. Definitely, that is worthwhile investment. Hang on, am I going somehow back? Yes. No, we're good. We're good. Why did you name him Frank, though? I'd like a cleaning robot, but I don't want a Roomba. They spy on you. Roomba spy on you? Surely not if you take the, you know, the first price sort of thing. If you have one that you can control with your phone, yada-da-di-da-di-da, you know, that is connected, then possibly. But also, what sort of information do they collect on you? This person likes their house very, very, very clean. Frank is the default name you give to everything. Spiders in your house, stray cats, neighbor dogs. So everything is a Frank. Okay. That's fair.
No.
Nowadays you can hack into everything that has a microphone. But that's what I'm saying. A basic Roomba is not gonna have a microphone. I see a naked Nord. How do we feel about... Hang on. I mean, we're an Altmer. We're smart. We're smart, okay? We're a young, proper, noble lady. We see a naked Nord on the road. We go the other way. That's all I'm saying. It has a speaker but no mic. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the better ones have a mic so you can say, Frank,
No.
power on. I would love that though. Yeah, our enchant is going up with that. Lord, what should I test tomorrow? Is it mostly how hunger, thirst, and fatigue are going to reduce your main stats? Oh, and I saw the shaders as well. Oh, that's very, very exciting. Oh, there's a pack of them. You ready, Marianne? That's one. The ones are so cool. So cool. Die now. There we go. I absolutely adore how you can actually string 2 spells. That's wow. Becca, what are you saying? Say that to the US Army who got their secret base mapped through fitness watches. I mean, you know what? It sounds funny, but at the same time, it can get very, very scary when you think about all the things that can be done with technology. But then again, you know what? We just I mean, it is funny. The idea of it's quite ridiculous, but at the same time, it can be, you know, worrisome. But then again, that's what I was gonna say. Like, we were so eager to give our information. It's like, my phone, you want to track where I go? Sure. You know what? I'll even install Foursquare and tell you how often I go where and what I do. It's like we volunteered so much of our personal data that then we're surprised when apparently they want even more. Okay, I want to find a cave or something. I want to fight something a little more dangerous than Nyx hounds and rats. Yeah, freezing and scorching faders address back or are back. I modeled them after the Demon of Knowledge fader effect, so yeah, try to get into serious temperature and check out the stat reduction for needs. I don't think there's much else to test. I will. but I think I will announce that we're testing, so I'm gonna save before and see what happens. But the shaders, to have more visual feedback on what's going on with your character, brilliant. Here's a question. There is a new smart toilet that reads... Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have... There is a new smart toilet that reads your P for health innovation. Would help better society by letting them do that. Okay, we'll think about that. Fritz, you don't have a mobile phone anymore, like at all? That's a bold move. I wish I was bold enough to do that. I mean, you don't even have a dumb phone? Like a good old Nokia? Just for, you know, knowing that for any reason that you couldn't predict, you need to contact someone, you can. It's very reassuring, really. Now, smart toilet that reads your P for health innovation. Yeah. You know, the problem is not so much with the information collected, because with that they could certainly learn so many useful things about society and the problems they have and blah blah blah. The problem is mostly about how the information is used, and as we know, when the information is collected, it's not for our benefit. It's definitely not for our benefit or for society. It's to make more profit, which is, you know, it's the name of the game. I get that. But still. Do you think we can kill one of those? Wow, poison is nasty. Poison from 8 points. Let's see. Woo! Okay, that was a little more exciting than killing a Nixhound. I'm sorry, we feel our power growing and we need to test. That's the truth. We need to test our limits. Heal me, please. Good. And heal my companion. Sorry. And heal my companion. There we go. Hard debate I'm actually interested in. I'm on the fence about it, so just like to hear other opinion. For me, it's all a matter of controlling who uses the data and what for. Because using the data to improve society, to collect valuable information, there was it the human genome? What did they call it? Where, you know, they collected DNA about a lot of people and that was you know, to learn something about our humanity, about humanity. But then anyone could actually use that. Not anyone. Someone someone who's not too honest could find a way to use that. So even that example that you gave, on paper, why not? Why not? As long as the purpose is guaranteed, confidentiality is guaranteed as well. I would need a lot of guarantees that I'm not sure can be kept, because as you pointed out, with fitness watches you can map a secret military base, for example. My only worry is targeted advertising based on your health concerns from your P. That's, I mean, broadly speaking, that's the only problem. The problem is not collecting data. In fact, it is true that by collecting data, we can be, as customers, we can be served better, whether it is for, you know, hobbies, foods, health, so many things. But the reason why data is collected is not typically to serve you better. And even if it is, then someone is going to have a great idea and say, hang on, if we can find out that some people have problems of this, of that, just by collecting that data on their P, let's offer them products and let's make money. So the problem is not the data collection. The problem is the intention of the people who have it, not necessarily the people who collect it, mind you. I know the lead of science team in the Human Genome Project, they use only a few genome and anonymize the data. And I do believe this was, controlled enough, but like you say, with so much connectivity all around, things can be hacked. Not just computers, but stupid things like teddy bear camera thing. Like, it's quite scary when you think about it. It's raining, but we're traveling. I'm not seeing any cave or anything. It's like I'm traveling on the safest road there is. We have an alit over there. I suppose we're going that way.
No.
Get my frost target spell. With stronger enemies, I better have a plan B. So I start with my frost spell. Then I use my wand to have soul trap on them. And while they're running towards me dying, I summon Dobby to finish them off in case, they don't die straight away. Dobby is one. That's our strategy. I'm surprised that in this data work. Usually you want to follow up with the individual to see if health concerns actually manifested. But the genome project was something very specific. Basically they wanted to see how a particular genome traveled around the globe. So it was like mapping the movement of a genome. So it's not so much about the health, I don't think. What's the common to know about? Yes, it's Potter. Like so. During the first mapping of the human genome, the concern was mapping and understanding the general human genome. That's why they use genome from rather different people. That's a problem with a lot of research. The research that gets funded is not necessarily the research that would do the most good or that is the most needed, the most dire. It's the research that's going to bring the most profit. Sometimes we're lucky enough that they sort of align, but it's not the first concern, really. Come on. There we go. I can't remember if I have the lightning mod installed on that one. I guess we'll find out soon enough. If I get struck by lightning, we'll know. Enchant 17. Has my enchant really improved? Not that much, I feel. Let's recharge our wand. Good. All those poor rats, cliff racers and mixed hounds. Their souls just consumed like that. Okay, enchant, level 50. That's pretty sweet. Clearly, we have a knack for enchantments. We probably should try to do something with it. Like enchant things. Maybe next I could try to enchant my own wand. That could work. That really, really could work. We'll try. So I can have a variety of them. Where was I? More recently, there are concerns about how the company that maps your genome will use that information, but the primary scientific research was entirely ethical. The win conditions are funny. It's just think about what the main characters had to do in Harry Potter and how does that translate in the game. I'm not sure. What was it? Was it Middle Earth? Was it Middle? Was it Middle Earth? But while you're there, Fritz, look around on my blog. There's also a Middle Earth challenge for vanilla Morrowind, and that's the same sort of idea where I selected some of the main characters, translated that in terms of Morrowind character creation, and yeah. Well, who is attacking me? Where? Well done, Marianne. You got that. And now remember, I wanted to practice my jump. Yeah, let's get alteration to 40. That's fine, I'm getting the rhythm. Cast, jump, jump. There was a private company. Not every private company is unethical, and data protection laws do apply to all. To private companies, more than governmental agencies, more in most countries. I mean, you don't want to be completely, pessimistic about everything. So how quickly am I improving? Not bad. I think we were quite low there. I'll wait for my fatigue to come back a little bit. Scrape. Cabbage. I mean not cabbage, lichen. And here we go again. Maybe I should grab the Ring of Shadows. I mean, I'm going there. We're going towards Nizis. And last time we found it, so maybe I would be able to find it again. So glad I don't have Ashfall on this one, because I would be dying right now. Easy. Oh yes, I didn't fix my water. Now I remember. Oof, I did not install the water shader either. Or maybe I did. But because I have Ashfall on the permadeath install and I just don't go in the water. Ever. Unless I really, really have to. These challenges are a great implementation, inspiring and fascinating how much entertainment a sandbox game as this can offer. I mean obviously I wrote them, so I think it's a good idea. So yeah, but for the longest time, yay, a place to explore. For the longest time, I wanted to play Morrowind, but I did not enjoy it. I would create a character, and then I would start in Satan and go to Balmora. I know the first quest by heart, obviously, and then install more mods, and then the game would crash, and I would start a new character and do all the Balmora quests, like, okay, let's do that, and then I can play. And I was trying to do absolutely everything with every character, and I ended up not enjoying it because I knew it by heart. And then I would, oh, let's put this mod then, let's put this mod, but I didn't even get to play those mods, but my installation felt those mods and would crash. So that's when I decided that I need to decide from the beginning which factions I would join, and just that is going to reduce the scope. And then the challenges is more like a permadeath with the handicaps, and the goals is an extension of that. And the challenges is another extension of that. So I do different things with this character that I don't do with other characters, and I like that. Problem with permadeath. Goblin! Attack, Goblin! Do it! Thank you, Dobby. You're the best. I'll take that. Weight value 2. Meh. It's just not worth picking up, is it? Thank you, Dobby. You did great. Let's recover a little bit of stamina before we move on to the next fight. It really brings fresh wind into it, as we say in German. What do we say in French? We don't say fresh wind.
A breath of fresh air.
Huh?
A breath of fresh air, maybe?
That's in English.
Yeah. But do you say something similar in French?
I mean, une bouffée d'air frais. That would be a breath of fresh air, but we don't really use it for. It's more like really, really breathing. I will do the same with Dark Souls 2. I'm planning to make a Castlevania run using whips only. That sounds like fun. I saw a number of people, Gripples in particular, doing a number of Dark Souls runs, like special challenges. I think he did something with the sister and no leveling. I haven't played the game, so you know, I can't really comment. But I like that idea of once you've played the game and once you've enjoyed the game, just give yourself some extra rules or limitations or obligations, and you'll discover the game all over again. At least that's the idea. Alright, let's have a little bit of magicka back. Okay. I love that music. I love that music. I love modding my music in the game. So with my permadeath, we're in a cave, and all you hear is a bit of wind and drops of water and weird creature sounds, and I love it. But at the same time, I just love hearing that music too. Is that an NPC? That definitely looks like an NPC. Do you think I can? No. Was I sneaking? I am sneaking. There's no point sneaking. Uh-oh. Oh, well done, Mixhound. Well done. Okay. Wish you. Panic! That's not great. Okay,
No.
enough with the fireballs. What if I hide in the water?
Exceed. Honor.
Come on, let me cast my spell. Come on. Oh, by the way, I think I've lost Marianne. No, that's not good. Go, Goblin, you fight. That's not good. Can I have some restore fatigue as well? No. Oh, it's because there's two of them. Shite. That's why I was.
Exceed. Honor.
I'm sorry. Marianne is dead.
Move. Exceed. Honor. Move. Exceed. Honor.
Oh, no, she's not dead. She just froze. Hi, Marianne. We're sort of fighting. Would you like to... Oh, I don't know. Do your job. Order. Yeah, do whatever. Are you following me again? Okay. Shit!
My victory is at hand.
Marianne, change of plan! Change of plan! Okay. Do you happen to hear what happened with Jeremy's soul? Not for the longest time. I know that apparently, I'm gonna take this off because it hurts. I know that apparently he's not the one doing the music for the Elder Scrolls 6. But since then I haven't heard confirmation or, either way. Where is Marianne? Like she's with me, but not with me. Maybe I should recall her to me, just in case. She's been accused of sexual misconduct. Oh crap! And went dark on the. No, I didn't hear about that. Wow. Well, I hope it's not true. Not so much for. I hope it's not true for everybody's sake. That's yeah. He went dark on the internet. I mean, that I can understand. Really does. It really does. The only thing I had heard is that he was probably not going to do Elder Scrolls 6. There was something about some concerts being made with his music, and he didn't get a share of it, and he was not happy, like Prince Andrew. What? I'm not following the news, especially. Come on. And we want some magicka. If that's true, that's very disappointing. And if it's not true, it's also disappointing that somebody would make the accusation. Either way, it just really, really sucks indeed. Clearly. More. He kind of messed up big. Sucks, I really loved his music. That's the thing. I mean, wait, hang on. He's been accused or convicted? Because that's... I mean, we have to respect. Okay, guys. Let's go in. Where's the door? Stupid door. Go on. Attack the ruffian. Do it. I can. Did you kill the ruffian? Well done. That's all I needed. I don't know if it went to court or not. I mean, it ought to. It ought to. I can only assume that he would want to be proven guilty. Unfortunately, there you go, Marianne. There you are. Unfortunately, it's true that the accusation alone is enough to ruin a person's life. At the same time, if there's something, then the accusation has to be made clearly. So ruffian. We'll give that to Marianne if she wants to use it, and the arrows. And the egg, because why not? And the potion. This value weight 16 we like. Destero, hello. Oh, you want to have a good laugh? Goshen Golden Cough. I guess. Yes, you guessed right. We were talking about Jeremy Soul. But even if he's guilty, one should be able to separate the work from the person. I mean, that's something I do normally. Like, I can appreciate a song without being a fan of the artist or the group. It's a different thing. It's not because I liked an actor or an actress in a movie that I'm gonna seek them out in other movies. Typically, yeah. It's still, I mean, it still sucks, simply. It's a shame. Marianne, I have arrows for you. There you go. And I don't know, do you want that? I guess you don't, but you can carry it anyway. True, but the internet and game companies don't want to associate with even someone accused, which means he's cancelled. Well, I mean, obviously, it's just bad for his career. Clearly, they don't want to associate with good reasons. Like, they don't want to be supporting someone who's committed such a felony. At the same time, they need to be able to work, so... Okay, you're dead. Don't get stuck. Oh, you... I'm so disgusted. I basically almost nearly killed both of them in my debacle, my panic, but not quite. Okay, I just had to hit, like, including the Nick sound, I just had to hit all of them one more time. One more time. Weight value 2, not very good. We take the symbol key. Hopefully it's going to open something around here. Expensive. Now that's good. Good value for the weight. Innocent until proven guilty should remain the principle. Exactly. That's why I ask if he was convicted or accused, because it does make a huge difference. Then again, if he is convicted, it's gonna make it really hard to get employed, especially when he's already well known in the industry. At the same time, if he's convicted and he's going to serve his sentence, and unless it's a life sentence, well, when he gets out, he needs to work. I mean, that is clearly a conundrum. And not just for Jeremy Soul, really, for anyone who's been convicted. Wow, we're pretty dark today. Yes. But I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm glad you told me. I still love the music. I'm not going to stop loving the music because of that. However, well, we'll see what comes up.